Already got down. Know what I'm talking about?
Let's fucking go.
Is that a Charlotte thing? That's a Charlotte thing.
Absolutely. And welcome back to another episode of the FawrOut Perspective Podcast. I'm Kurt Architect.
It's your boy Y2 times your girl's favorite ex.
That's right. We back with another episode this week. Before we introduce our special guest we have on today's, I'm gonna chop it up, my boy Y2 times, man. How you doing, bro? How's your week, dog?
Man, it's been a good week, man.
How's your week,
you
fam?
know, blessed. Still working. All the jobs I need, paying me all the money that they should.
Hey, man. I'm not mad at that.
That's it.
I'm not mad
That's
at
what's
that.
going on with me, man.
I'm not mad at that, man. Did you get energized from this weekend's past hostility? We can talk about it a little later.
Yeah. We're on the same side of this, so it's kind of.
We are.
Yeah. I definitely was hype
Yeah.
or excited about that beef
Yeah.
or whatever we want to call it
Yeah.
nowadays.
We could.
I just said it,
Yeah,
so,
we could dissect what happened over the weekend between the big hurrah. See what our guest thinks about that, and since we do have a special guest here,
Yes, man, we have a great guest with us today, man. I went to an event. It was really dope. Very sophisticated.
I think I'm supposed to go to that.
You were supposed to come, man. It was me and Evan.
Okay.
And yeah, when we was there, everything was smooth. It wasn't nothing too crazy. Music was great. The artist was great. They had our girl Naya hosting that joint that night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Naya.
So you know how I feel. I was like, this is a great event.
Of course you did.
But with the event was called Sonorous Wave.
Okay.
And it was great. And when I went there, I was like, you know what? I got to meet this guy. Who is throwing this event? It got to be a black man because this is black excellence I see in here.
Hey, man.
So we got our boy Salif with us. And, he going to let us know what this is about. What's going on, Salif?
What's up, you guys?
I wish I knew how to. What I should have asked Chris. What's the clap thing?
So you just got to the next level on that joint.
Let it fly.
Word. That's
Letting
what's
the
up.
red
That
bitch.
works,
Yeah,
that
man.
works. What's up, you
How's it
guys?
going, man? What's going on?
All is well. All is well.
Good week.
Staying
Staying busy,
good
staying
welcome, man.
productive.
What's up,
Appreciate
Steve?
you.
Got
Pleasure
that,
to be here.
man.
Thank you
for
for
being here,
For
man.
sure. Likewise. But no, everything is well over here. Staying busy, staying productive.
Okay. So could you tell us more about, the event? I gave pretty much what I saw. I've only been once, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, bro. What is Sonorous Wave about? Because I didn't get to go.
A lot of great questions. So, Sonorous Wave is a music collective that's based here in Charlotte. It's 52 in number at this point from 2 years of growth.
Okay.
It's a range of instrumentalists, DJs, photographers, videographers, and audio engineers.
Nice.
All of us come together on the same accord just to make compassionate music, bro. And it's strictly about that. We keep it about the music. We make sure we showcase everything appropriately and keep it pushing. The event that you were in attendance of is called Live Music Monday.
Live Music Mondays, thrown by Sonorous Wave.
Yep. And yeah, so it's one of our reoccurring events that we're trying to have based in the city. Our assignment is global. Right now it's only local, but we're working on more.
Okay. So Sonorous Wave? Are you spearheading that? Like, how did that come about?
For sure. Origin story. So in 2021, me and the co-founders named my Gnarly Crouch IV. Shout out to you, Gnarly.
That's a fire name.
Yep, Gnarly Crouch is co-founder of Sonorous Wave. We started as a backing band. The original concept was just, hey, we're musicians for hire. If you need something, if you're looking for musicians for a specific performance, DJ event, whatever the case is, we're a drummer and we're a keyboardist that can play behind anything you have to showcase for. And so for about 4 months, Gnarly and I were playing in nightclubs for about 5 hours on Thursdays for free in order just to get our name out of there. So we were banging on drums and he was on keys, literally just performing beside a DJ that was playing whatever, throwing whatever type of music at us. We were proving that we could just keep up.
Okay. So
Nice.
So you play the drums, clearly.
I
you
do.
said.
Yep,
All
yep.
You
Any
do-
more?
You sing?
I do. I don't sing.
Right.
I can match a pitch. I can keep a note.
Got you.
Me
Got you.
too. E minor, let's go.
All that's
No,
necessary.
not that.
Hey,
Somebody gotta check.
Yeah, somebody check. Check later.
True.
What? So I just really have questions because I didn't get to go to the event. Live Music Mondays
Live Music Monday.
under Sonorous Wave.
Yep, presented by Sonorous
Presented
Wave.
by. Where is that at? Where do
We
you
have a range of events that we locate them, or excuse me, we position them at different locations. For now, we transition between a house event and a venue. And the venue of choice currently is Queen City Grounds, also known as the Landing at Fourth Ward.
Copy. One more question. Well, I have a bunch, but what is sonorous? Like, what does that mean exactly? Or to you, what does that mean?
So I could tell you the origins of the name perhaps later, but sonorous itself means deep and resonant sound.
Dope.
And I think that just aligns perfectly when it comes to the music and then what we're trying to portray as a brand.
So if I was to be out on the street and I'm like, yo, I need something to go to, and somebody's like, yo, there's an open mic tonight, would you correct that, or would you be like, yeah, it is an open mic, or would you be like, nah,
It's not an open mic. I try to tell people very, very little details about the event that when I do talk about it. For those who haven't attended yet, I'm always just like, it's an organic music environment that is created organically, and we invite people who have something to say to share the floor with us.
Okay.
Yep. So all organic production. Specifically for Live Music Monday, there's no practice sessions between musicians. I onboard the people that are members of the brands. I position them, play certain instruments for the night. Other than that, they organically create everything that you're hearing that night.
That sounds a lot like our friend Priscilla. Shout out to Priscilla. She had, or Jija, that is her African folklore stage name, Jija, which means joy. Let me know if I got that wrong, Priscilla. But she has a something called the Black Cotton Club up in Boston, and it's kind of similar. It's very organic, kind of a place for people on the wine too, and kind of let all their stresses out. I would say hers is maybe more so open mic, but it's kind of same thing. As far as synergy goes, and just like people, getting their stuff off, and just her theme is take off your cool. So that's shout out to Priscilla.
Yeah. So as far as like music and stuff goes, like what's like your background? Like, were you in a church, or like how did you get to like playing drums and being this musical phenom?
I used to play the drums at church.
It's still in you, man. It's like swimming. Like times of pressure, you're able to do what you need to do. But no, it's just like swimming when it comes to any instrument that you may play. Like you could pick it up, you may have to get those reps in order to catch up to par, but you can get back with it. My background and exposure to music was with my first time touching an instrument, and that was a xylophone when I was in 5th grade for a spring play. And it was for the Lion King.
Really?
I was playing the Circle of Life.
Dang.
On the xylophone. I touched it. First time ever touching an instrument, really meaning like, well, like I'm kind of the star of the show right now. Really feeling like that energy there and the connectivity with the crowd.
Nice.
That manifested into me getting exposed to just more percussional instruments and went to school for it initially. First time exposure to a marching band. Shout out to Johnson C. Smith, IOS.
Hey, hell yeah.
Yep, that's my
school.
Yeah, word?
Yeah.
Exposure to Charlotte. I came here 2012, 2014. I was marching.
Really?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey,
second and third BD, and also
when did you graduate?
I didn't graduate from Smith. I transferred over to UNC Charlotte in 2014, my second half of the semester.
Wow. So I definitely probably seen you perform.
Absolutely. I was on BD, and I was also on drum set sometimes for the jazz band. I wasn't any good at that point, but I had a very stressful moment performing on drum set that made me actually focus on the craft, which now I have some chops that I can really brag about. So.
Wow, we had a really small band.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy, bro.
That's so small.
Small world, man. Music community is even smaller once you get into it. So,
that's crazy, bro. Shout out to Smith, man.
For sure.
So Sonorous Wave, just to get back into the story, I remember you said that you and your friend that has that fly ass name, he Gnarly something the fourth.
Gnarly Crouch the fourth.
That is hard as fuck, bro. Shout out to Gnarly, bro. I gotta rethink Kurt Architect, but
really,
I don't.
That's his birth name. I mean, you can't really. That's his real name.
I just like the fourth.
Sorry to grip throughout your government, bro.
Sounds very, just like yo.
Yeah.
When I say this shit, everybody needs to shut up.
Yeah, the fourth is crazy.
4 iterations.
Fourth is serious, bro.
4 iterations.
Fourth is like, bro, this is generations.
We won't drop this name.
Yeah, like you fuck my name up, bro. Fuck you up. All right, getting carried away. So you guys used to play would play in a band or whatever for a few hours at the night for free, just sound like just expressing yourself, just using your gifts, what you're good at, and what brings you joy. So I don't think I asked, like, from performing, how did you get to wanting to do, hey man, we should do our own like media company or production company? Like how did that conversation form? I
always define it as a music collective, and I say collective because it wasn't about me having a full production of like means to make money. It didn't start like that, so I refused to make it the means of like why we run operations. Again, we were working for free for quite some time, but the concept of us just being a backing band changed once we saw that there were other musicians that we were constantly surrounded by who also wanted to jam with us on a regular. And then we started having like intimate personal events when it came to partnerships with So Far Sounds across the city, and then just having opportunities to really connect with people, and then people believing in like, again, like how we looked, how we felt, how we sounded whenever it came to us performing. We started getting some clout from it. And so from that clout, we began just onboarding people based off of just like us having a small vetting system of like, hey, like, do you really love what you're doing? And that was it. That was the prerequisite for us to start onboarding people.
Yeah, I think I did see on Instagram. It said something about expansion of the wave or something like that. When y'all was adding on new
Wave
folks.
expansion,
Wave
absolutely.
expansion.
Yes, sir. You want to be a part of FawrOut?
Yeah.
Show your worth.
Yeah, get down to
You're loyal to. Oh,
Absolutely.
That's a little extreme.
Blood contract.
Yeah, that's pretty fly, bro. Where are you from?
I'm originally, I always say I'm from California. I was born in Georgia.
Okay.
It's very, very small town in Georgia.
Oh, for sure.
Landed mostly in North Carolina and then spent most of my time in North Carolina. But I've traveled a lot. I've been to 45 of the 50 states off of just having time and very, very little money, but a car that was great on gas. Shout out to Toyota Camry hybrids, but at the time. But
we need a sponsor.
Yeah, shout out to you.
No, but so yeah, I say I'm usually say I'm from California because that's where my family is from. So my family's from California, New Jersey.
Okay.
So I don't have exactly like the country accent and the slang,
right,
and everything else, but it kind of rubs off on me here and there.
Right. That's how I feel when I try to rap Pennsylvania and everybody just hates on me.
So what's like one of your favorite what's one of your favorite like states besides I guess North Carolina, like I guess to like get down there?
So I'll answer for a range of ways. So for music, I love to go to New Orleans. I just feel like it's very natural and organic to just like hop into a music scene.
Yeah.
That was the first place I went to where it was just like outside of like that's in the United States. I went to Cuba before and had the same exact experience, but New Orleans was the first place I went to, and it was just like I asked somebody, "Hey, can I like hop on you guys' set?" And the guy was just like, "Absolutely."
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, "Oh, I love it here." And so I was playing with random people that I just met in that moment, and that was the first place to allow me to do that. And there's just tons and tons of music always going on whenever you go to New Orleans.
Yeah.
Why? Just because of like their music understanding and how they like express themselves is heavily through string instruments, and like I feel like just that music hits different.
Yeah.
And so it was good to experience that while being engulfed with like a completely different culture on a regular. So yeah.
Gotcha. Nice. Okay, so for people watching, obviously y'all, well, maybe you don't know, we're in Charlotte, North Carolina, so we're based out of. So Big Four. So what they always talk about here in Charlotte, it's a beautiful town, beautiful city, small, big city, whatever how you want to do it. But a lot of times the argument here is always about culture and identity. With Sonorous Wave and you guys adding onto the wave, I'm just very curious to see like what do you think about like because I went to it wasn't an open mic. I went to something a few weeks ago. It was a networking event for artists, but I asked one of the main guys a question about it. I was running. His name is Jason Jett.
Shout out to Jason Grindhouse Studios.
So with the argument always about our culture and identity, musically, I just wanted to ask, what do you think? How are things starting to form here? Do you see like an upward trajectory? Do you see artists supporting artists here, or do you see it as like a clicked up town? Because a lot of people always argue it's very clicked up and stuff.
So I will say we're coming from a state of being very cliquey to now having an upward trajectory of like support of the music, support of the art, support of the craft. To probably shadow exactly what Jason was telling you, like the city's now seeing the worth in investing in arts. Like we've invested now in infrastructure, we've invested now in financial and technology and things like that. And it's like the city now recognizes how we need to focus on the arts in order to bring people together because of what music does.
All right.
So like the city has made certain decisions and saying like, hey, like let's invest. I think it was like 11. Don't quote me on this, but like it was a large sum of money that I think was around $11 million to invest in like cultural advancements within Charlotte, North Carolina. And so little things like that show how like there is an upward trajectory of like support of the arts, support of the creation that happens within the city. After you kind of get out of your bubbles and really like start to partner with people and see what the scene's about, people are very inviting when it comes to the music and art scene.
Sure. Yeah, I think the amount of transplants kind of helps with that too, because a lot of people may refer back to where they came from, how things might be in their hometown or their city. So I think some people, if you take a break from complaining and kind of bring, maybe some of your experience or your energy towards creating something special here, I think it could definitely happen. All right. So I see you guys do other events too. You have live music Mondays, and what going forward? I know you guys also have other events that you guys are building upon. Could you expound on more what else you have going on? Because I did see you had something in the park recently, uptown.
Yeah, we have the Lunch and Listen series that the City of Charlotte Parks and Recreation has. Right now, they've given us 14 showcases. We have 7 more to go. Their investment has given support to about 23 musicians and 16 artists. And we have about 14 to go to get for the series. It's a Lunch and Listen series. The Lunch and Listen series, it's just a concept of 11 o'clock to 1 p.m. on rotational Wednesdays and Saturdays to come to the park between Romare Bearden Park and First Word Park to come listen to some music while you enjoy your lunch.
That's pretty dope.
Okay,
Bro.
we're gonna have a location on the thing where it's gonna be at the spot.
That's pretty dope, bro. That's dope, man. So Sonorous Wave, sound like y'all are here to stay. Do you think you'll be? Maybe that's not a question to ask you on here.
Go ahead with it.
Yeah, the assignment's global, so I will never not recognize that the roots of Sonorous Wave has started here within Charlotte, North Carolina. But the impact that we want to have is basically building musical hubs that we have currently in Charlotte, North Carolina, all across the world. It's an order for us to have same concept when it comes to like festivals. You have Rolling Loud, Miami, Rolling Loud, Los Angeles, whatever the case is. I want to have a Sonorous Wave concept where we have a hub of musicians that have reoccurring events on days of the week, a hub of musicians that are compassionate just like we are here in Charlotte, North Carolina, existing wherever they are, and then to have a festival every year called Sonorously. We're working on that, and that's coming soon. But a festival that's to showcase strictly their local talent and local musicians to wherever the hub exists.
That's fire. I definitely see that happening.
For sure.
That's definitely FawrOut. You're on the FawrOut Perspective podcast. So, and as for the talented, unique, and misunderstood, I kind of explained it a little bit earlier to you, but we're in media too, just, doubling down on our stance on what FawrOut is and putting that out into the world so people can know what it is. And Sonorous Wave does align with what we think is something that's FawrOut. Like if we went to like a live music Monday event that you guys are hosting, would be like whatever artist or whoever's performing, they're FawrOut, they're dope.
Yeah, I think it's very serendipitous to be here. I support absolutely the platform that you guys are building.
I appreciate it, man. So what I want to ask you for, we previously will run a segment called For the Talented, Unique, and Misunderstood. Like who's your most talented, who's your most unique and most understood? Could be somebody misunderstood, could be somebody you grew up listening to, a Jimi Hendrix or somebody that was very talented, could play the guitar and also can, you know what I mean?
Prince.
Yeah. Okay. So talented. Again, my first discipline was on drums and percussion, so I'll say Anderson .Paak.
Nice.
Okay.
For unique,
I like that.
I would have to say the fusion jazz group Snarky Puppy.
Okay.
And for the misunderstood, I would have to say Mac Miller.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, rest in peace, Mac Miller.
Yeah, shout out Pittsburgh. That's dope.
Yeah, man.
All right. Well, shit. Damn, that's kind of knocked it out the park as far as things.
Yeah, I'm about to say you.
Yeah.
Fastest one to ever do that for real. Everybody else be like,
So
And I can tell you that music goes through my head 24/7. It's like it doesn't stop. It's probably a problem at some point, but it speaks through absolutely.
Sound like you media trained too, just running through like.
yeah.
What
What do you say? Serendipitous?
This
I
is
was
my
trying to
first
find a way to put that
podcast.
word in there.
Yeah. All I could think
Podcast
of,
very serendipitous.
I have hell yeah. Well, that's what's up, bro. We appreciate you stopping by, bro. But before we let you get out of here,
No, for sure. What's up?
we obviously had a huge rap beef going on. By the time this drops, who knows? A music video will probably be shot to the latest one that everybody loves right now.
True.
But
Gonna be
Kendrick and
dancing.
Drake.
Yeah.
Me and Wild have the same person we think won.
Yeah.
So we kind of need an objective opinion, but if you think the same, that's cool too.
No,
So
it's Kendrick.
Kendrick, okay,
It's
cool.
Kendrick for sure. Yeah.
Cool. So what do you think is the
What
song?
else?
What do you think the song is that did?
You're not like us. 12.7 billion or million plays on Spotify in a week. Like that lets you know what the culture feeling.
Yeah, drop right at Meet the Grams. Meet the Grams was,
Yeah.
was the one I think destroyed him. The one that they said he lied on.
Meet
but
the
That's just sad. That was
Joe Budden was talking about that too.
That's
Like,
sassy,
so what,
bro.
nigga, lie?
Yeah,
Hey, yo, he has a daughter. Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Grams really changed the tone, bro. Because when
Yeah.
Family Matters dropped, niggas was hype. That's really Drake
Yeah.
fans. They was hype. And then this nigga just turned it to such a dark, wicked
Mhm.
energy. Like,
that's kind of how I feel about when Drake dropped Push Ups
mhm,
and Euphoria came out. I feel like if Euphoria would have came out like a week earlier,
mhm.
it would have been cooked.
Right.
Because everybody waited 2 weeks for that, and it was good. But I feel like if he would have dropped it like a week later, everybody would be like, oh, he on to something.
Yeah, I think it's just the fact that the nigga when he did They Not Like Us, like the nigga Drake tried to shout out like niggas from the West Coast and shit.
Yeah.
It's the fact that you hear Mustard on the beat, ho, and you already know what that do.
Yeah.
And then to know that he wrote it in real time, like
Mhm.
that day, like yeah, it's true that family matters, but it's God's plan for me to show the virus, like bro.
Bars.
And they tried to say he couldn't, he was writing too slow. Then Drake tried to say, I think on
Heart.
Taylor Made, he was
Oh.
like, nah, this time you following through. Like, nah, don't be no bitch. You gonna
Yeah.
follow through.
Yeah.
And then he drops the heart parts. He was like, I don't even want to do
It's
this.
more so like think the craft of like this whole rap beef has been amazing.
Yeah.
So like I was telling my friends, like I don't even care if Drake drops something. I just hope he says something. Anything. It doesn't have to be good.
He sounded defeated too.
Yeah.
No, for real.
He had
Like,
more dislikes than likes on the video.
What was his last? The last piece that he dropped.
The Heart
5.
Part 6.
So
Five,
the Heart
yeah.
Part 6. Like
6.
you used your last 8 bars to give a soliloquy.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how it's over.
Isn't time to be defensive at all, or
Yeah.
like to use a song to be like, actually, that's not true. Like,
Yeah, ignore all that
it's a-
stuff and just start lying about him.
it's
Yeah.
it's an offensive ass battle, and
Yeah.
it didn't end as that, which is why it's just like now there's an obvious winner in regards to just like you guys going head and head for piece for piece.
I think Kendrick's just a wicked nigga, bro. Because on Twitter today, or X, whatever you want to refer to it as, I seen someone mention his wife, talking about that baby it might be day free.
Yeah.
And they saying Kendrick got back at him and he said trying to strike a chord and it's probably
A minor.
And they said that was a response to the day free, how he dragged that out. So that's just a wicked ass nigga, bro. I don't really know how you recover from They Not Like Us, bro. You got the culture, you got LA, then you talk about him eating off Atlanta.
Yeah.
Even saying 2 Chainz told you he was good, but he lied, and they got the song together, no lie.
Mhm.
So like,
The only way to like come back from anything is to retarget and reposition somebody else. He has to tie somebody else into it.
he's very calculated,
He
bro.
has to. Yeah.
I don't know how you can bounce back from that, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
Here for the music, bro.
Like,
Is it?
Only good things from Drake? He washed ASAP Rocky and his Family Matters. He got him out of here. Because nobody really wants to hear
Stray bullet.
Yeah, nobody wants to hear a response from Rocky. But I mean, all those people shot at him. So
Yeah.
I think he took care of like everyone else, but it's just the main guy. He kind of dropped the ball.
Yeah,
Like, it
he
was like-
responded to too many people. Like, stick at the person that's whooping your ass. Stop fighting all these other people.
Low hanging fruit.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he took the people he know he could beat.
Bruh.
That shit was always got on my nerves.
I remember I was talking to this nigga in real time on Saturday when he dropped They Not Like Us. We was talking about like the Meet the Ground, just the whole beef. I'm like on the phone, like, bro, he just tweeted out a link to They Not Like Us, bro. Like in real time.
16-minute response was wild. Was it
Bro.
16 or 13?
No, well,
It was
Meet
minutes.
the Grounds came out within an hour.
I was
bro.
saying it was.
I remember I was going to bed, bro, and I looked on Twitter and I saw it. I was like, this can't be real. I saw it in real time, like Kendrick Lamar 4 seconds ago, Meet the Ground. Like, no way, this is real.
Yep. Went to YouTube. I was just like, they already got lyrics to it.
That nigga changed the whole tone, bro. He ain't even let that shit breathe an hour, bro. He just stepped on all that shit.
Yeah.
Hey, this nigga got a daughter, yo.
Have you seen the like the goofy videos by
It's a nigga. It's a little boy that looked just like Drake, though. That they alleging that might be his son.
Oh,
And that lady
God.
was saying like that was her baby dad.
Oh,
But she don't got
no.
no social media. Like they silenced her. But the little boy looked just like Drake.
what is that group? RDC World. Have you seen their video?
Oh, when they had the mole in there.
Drake dropped.
No,
It's
that's
just
funny.
like,
Yeah, the
I
mole.
expected it. Uploading now.
They was all them niggas hyping the studio after he dropped Family Matters and then Meet the Grounds came out and talking about they got a mole in the camp.
I'm here for it though. Like all
Yeah.
that in the music craft. Like
All of that is crazy. Even the shooting. Like, no, but it was his house and his mansion in Toronto.
Oh, he was in Toronto?
Yeah.
The house that he showed, that was the Toronto.
But the Weeknd's manager got shot previously too, or the Weeknd's
Strange.
manager, either the Weeknd's manager or the managers or they security got shot.
Yeah.
So there's a security.
I'm just here to say, bro, that I don't care. Chris Brown still got the hardest diss track of everybody.
Chris Brown does.
It's
have
not
the
even
hardest
close.
track,
Ouch.
So Quavo ain't even respond. He just
Yeah.
left it alone.
Facts. That part. Yeah.
I heard that. I was like, Chris Brown wanna fight somebody.
Do you give J. Cole a pass for apologizing now after all this has come out?
Ooh.
No.
I don't.
I
And
don't.
this is why. Like I understand wanting to keep it like culturally appropriate, as in like let's keep it about the music. But there was an opportunity of so much content, so much great content. Again, it didn't have to get to any peak status, but it was an opportunity for so much content that he killed immediately.
Yeah.
Exactly. And him doing that, like we all know, Drake lost, that's what everybody says. That's not gonna stop none of Drake's money from coming in. He can still go on tour and make every last dollar. So that's why I thought J. Cole it would have helped him out because we like to hear J. Cole rap.
Right.
So even if he got, tossed, aside, we still would have been. I don't think we would look at J. Cole any different.
I think it just hurts J. Cole because you can't be screaming I'm the best nigga ever.
Yes.
Daring niggas. The nigga said Jesus couldn't get a feature with him, bro.
Exactly.
So you saying Jesus can't get a feature, but then this nigga Kendrick, you get you say Schoolboy Q allegedly warned him. I guess maybe Dreamville Fest, and then you just apologize.
And that's another thing. Like you did it in your hometown.
Yeah.
It's not something you posted.
That was embarrassing. He embarrassed us.
You took
Time
time.
the whole state.
People were here for you.
Like, I know y'all drove all the way from Fayetteville. I know it's mad people from shout out 26, shout out 26, shout out Charlotte. But yo,
I ain't with it.
7-minute drill meet 6-minute
we
apology.
taking that shit down as soon as possible, bro. That nigga, y'all don't know them niggas. I know them niggas.
Yeah.
No, I get the decision. I
Yeah,
just
it
wish
make
that
it
he
makes
was
sense,
here
but at the
for
same
content.
time, I feel like he would have still been. He would have been all right.
Yeah,
He's already goated.
Well, Kendrick could have pulled some shit out about Cole. We don't know.
Oh, he would have. He
Probably
would
was
have.
probably worried about that.
I don't think we would have looked at him any different. I got.
You were cheating on your
Cool.
girl with me.
Yeah,
You was
cheating. You was cheating too, Cole.
Right, mess up his whole family. Start talking to his mom and stuff like that. It's gonna get
Let's tell
ugly.
everybody how your album was supposed to be called Mr. Morale and the Big Step. Yeah, that's wild, bro. But we appreciate you being on. I just wanted to jump to some current events going on because this will probably still be current by the time this drops. Probably be more people dissecting what happened.
Yeah.
But Sonorous Wave, Salif. There we go. Well, we appreciate you.
Appreciate y'all for having me, man.
Yeah, man. Always, man.
Live music Mondays. At where again?
Live Music Money at Queen City Grounds. Always find ticket links within our bio. If you're looking for whatever showcases we have going on throughout any week, any day, any month, it's always on our calendar on our profile.
Clock it.
That's a bad. Yeah, clock it.
I just learned that on TikTok the other day.
Ain't that what girls?
Yeah, that's what girls say now. It's the new thing.
Clock it.
Clock it.
Can't keep up.
What you say? Clock the what? Clock the T.
Clock the T. That's what it is now.
What's the T stand?
They making it more and
I don't
more
like supposed to
sassy.
no more.
T for info.
Yeah. Spill the T. What's T?
Clock, bro. They making this shit way too sassy.
I'm like,
Clock it.